Wardrobe sponsored by Charmaine Freeman Designs.
Good evening. I am your host, Sharmark Awakens. Thank you for viewing. Before we start this evening, I would like to say thank you so much to all your viewers who stop me in the city and say you enjoy the show. I really appreciate the support. Thank you for viewing. This evening, we have a very interesting guest. We have Mrs. Regis here with me this evening. She's a spiritual life coach, which I find is very interesting. Good evening, Mrs. Regis.
Good evening,
How are
Shima.
you?
It's a pleasure. I'm
Yes.
fine.
Tell us your full name.
Well, I am affectionately known as Miss Ram. I am Kajsa Imogen Gervais-Regis.
Mama, police will not get you if they're looking for you on top, no. Okay, Mrs. Regis, tell us, in a nutshell, what is a spiritual life coach?
Okay. A spiritual life coach is your personal mentor. This is an individual who can help you with the limited belief systems that you have developed over your lifetime, and that person can guide you in setting step by step goals that you can achieve so that you can become the best version of who you are.
Did you do a course?
Oh, I did many courses.
Many courses,
Yeah, I did many
yeah.
courses.
So how would somebody know that they need a spiritual life coach?
Okay. I think we all have acquired limited beliefs in our lives. If we have to take an introspective look at ourselves, we know that we have some bad habits, poor thought patterns. And when you look at your life and you do what I call an introspective look, you know within yourself that you are indisciplined with maybe your eating, your thinking habits. And if you have a personal coach, that person is going to help you set define goals, and that person becomes your accountable buddy. And that individual will help you transition from your old self to your new
Yes.
and improved
Yeah.
disciplined
So in a
self.
nutshell, a spiritual life coach is almost like a chaperone.
Um, if you want to call
So-
it a chaperone, but
Because most times when a chaperone is done with you, become somebody new,
Okay,
you have more
right.
self-esteem, you kind of remember your lines, and you
Okay.
become a better version of yourself.
Well, maybe that's a part of it. I'm not too sure about
Yeah.
chaperone,
Yeah.
but I do know about mentoring. I have been coaching from the secondary because I started out in secondary
Okay.
education. I'm a retired secondary school teacher. I stayed within that capacity of work for over 25 years.
Oh, wow.
And
Congratulations.
yes, thank you. And now I have rebranded myself and I have launched my own private practice where coaching is one of the aspects of
Yeah.
it.
So your knowledge from being a teacher, did it add up for you being a spiritual life coach because you worked with so many different personalities
yes,
and
it
behavior
did.
as a teacher?
Yes, it did. I think it had a great influence in shaping me in becoming this coach that I am. But I think my passion pushed me more into it because I have always been someone with the spirit of hospitality, the spirit of love, the spirit of seeing people develop and becoming better. As a teacher, I think I was known as the molder. I would take the kids and bring them from one point to the other. So I said,
Nice.
okay, why don't I transform my career into a coaching career? So I have used teaching with coaching so that I can help persons break down limiting beliefs within their mind because our problem is our mindset.
Yes.
If we can work on our mindset through mindfulness, we are able to transcend into a higher and more productive version of who we want to
Want to
be.
be. I
Yeah.
like that. This is
Yeah.
strong. So if I come to you as a client, let's say I come to you next week, Monday,
Yeah.
how does the process start? Is there a consultation? How does it start?
Okay, we do begin with a consultation because I have to group you in a specific bracket.
To know what you're dealing
Yes,
with.
I need to know whether or not you are seeking coaching for fitness, coaching as a single person, or as a married couple. These are the
Okay.
3 sets of coaching that I do.
So would your coaching also do with financial problems?
Um,
If the
we
person has a problem in saving or
we
budgeting?
I don't go in depth into finances because I'm not a financier,
Mm-hmm.
but I can help you set up budgets.
A budget.
I can help you set up systems that you have to be accountable and you stick to them so that you can improve your financial standing.
Okay. So is there one you meet a client and I meet you today, we do the consultation, our first maybe 2 weeks, if I don't know if it's every two, how often do you meet this client?
Well, we sit and we discuss how long do you want to do the sessions with me. It's not a hardcore that I tell you you have to do 5 sessions. You come in and we work out a system or a plan, and if it takes a month, if it takes 3 months, if it takes 6 months, we work within that time frame.
So
So it's
within
not
that time, do
fixed.
you do follow-ups, like you keep records?
I am your accountable buddy. So, yes, we do
Okay.
follow ups
Oh,
because I
nice.
have to see that you are succeeding.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever you reach into situations where you stuck, you can always call. We do phone consultations as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And is it a situation where it's very confidential that you
Everything
keep
is
all the
everything
client's
is
business we don't share it with anybody?
everything is
Not even your
confidential.
husband? Babes,
Nobody,
today I had a
nobody,
client. Girl, you have to keep the people business, eh?
no
Nobody?
shamak.
Okay.
Everything is
Every.
confidential. I have
That's
learned
good.
that from my teaching practice as a teacher.
Yeah.
Over the years, students have confided
Yeah,
in
I think
us
funny enough you
many
said that because
things.
I had that problem when I was going to primary school, and sometimes you share something with a teacher. By the time she get to the lunchroom, she shared it with another teacher. The other teacher shared it with her best friend, and it just goes like that. And I think what happened when people do that, when you trust somebody and they trust somebody else, you lose trust in the person. So that's why I asked you that question in that line of business,
Okay.
as a spiritual life coach. And I think the strong word here for me, spiritual.
Yes.
So that means is something I am hoping, I'm seeing that after the person did a session with you, that the person would be breathing in the fresh air, see a different version of themselves, look into the mirror, my confidence is built. But I remember, let's get into it. When I spoke to you, you said you had some packages. Give us more details about the packages. I'm excited to hear what the packages are like. What does it entail?
Okay. Well, my business is KGR Body, Soul, and Mind Services. We have 2 full packages. One is a home and healthcare package, and one is an intimate breakfast package.
We'll get to know a little more about the packages. So when we get back, we'll dive into the packages because I'm
Okay.
very interested into hear what's into packages.
Okay, willing to share.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Sharmark Leon. Thank you for viewing the Sharmark Show. I have Mrs. Regis here with me, a spiritual life coach. Mrs. Regis, welcome back.
Thank you.
Before we went into commercial, you were telling me about your packages.
Yes, I was.
Let me have it. I'm excited.
Okay. KGR Body, Soul, and Mind Services has a 2 full package. Package number 1, it's a home healthcare package. So my target or niche group focuses for adult care and child care. So my niche market, I would love to tap in with persons who have elderly parents, persons who have bedridden family members, and the home care service does primary care. Everything that the primary care patient needs. And we have added 2 other components to the adult care package, which is a wellness component where we do touch therapy for the patients. And we also have a transportation visit because we know that bedridden persons or elderly persons sometimes become very lonely and isolated, and the family members do not have the time to take them out. So in my package, we offer a beach visit where I can take the adults to the beach and paint with them, allow them to listen to meditation music, and offer them a wellness touch therapy
Okay.
experience.
So is it a situation in the package where you would be dealing with the elderly person directly, or you teaching the family members how to manage them?
Well, I am the one taking care of the
Or you
patient.
are the one taking them?
the component of teaching them what to do is also a part of the program, but many of the clients are working people, and
Mm-hmm.
so they allow me to be the principal person in the home taking care of their parents.
So do you have a team or is it just you?
Well, I do it client by
Client?
client. It's
Okay.
only me, but there is room for expansion. I have a couple of persons who are on the waiting list. So as the intake increase, then I would need more
You would need
helpers.
more help.
Yeah.
But it will take some time for the training
Yes.
because you'd have to train those
Yeah.
persons.
Well, everybody who joins my team have to go through the NELP program
Okay.
and do the adult care and child care program.
Program.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The second part of the healthcare package is the childcare program. I am certified as a early child practitioner, and so I have morphed that into a childcare service where I would do daycare for parents. Also, we have a nanny system where if a parent has to go out on a date or they have a function or an event, I will be there with their
By the
kids.
way, you
And
tipped my idea. I had
I
that idea
did
when I was young.
really well, sorry.
I was always thinking that
Yes.
night daycare, but I was always saying you have to
Mhm.
check the people, the nannies who have them saying if they do that, the police record,
Of course, yes, all
stuff
of
like
that is
that to
in
do
place.
it.
Yes, you have
But
to
how
follow
would you
it.
manage these two programs? Because let's say you have about 8 clients for the adult stuff, and then you have
Mm.
the for the daycare, you have a whole set of clients. How would you manage the two?
Well, when the intake come, I have to get more staff.
More
But
staff.
for now, it's usually on a one by one client basis. I mean,
Okay.
if the influx blows up after this interview, then I have to do staffing.
Staffing.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'd
nice.
have to get
So
more
let's go
persons on
back
the
to the
team.
adults. I find it's a very good thing because I find when it comes to the adults, the seniors, most times what I find I like adults per se. And when I mean like, I like to be around them because I never really saw my grandparents.
Okay.
And when I realize sometimes they always like the story. You have to give them the little gossip from
Yeah.
Castries. They like to listen about what they used to do as a teacher if they was in the army and stuff like that. So basically, you'd be a listening ear for that
Yes, I
person.
would.
How much do you do? Do you do as far as feeding?
Yes.
Do you do a little massaging, a hand massage and stuff like that?
As I rightly said, primary care. So primary care involves administration of meds,
Oh,
feeding,
okay.
cleaning, and all the necessary primary care for the adult. The
Okay.
secondary aspect would be the wellness component, because even if I'm in the home taking care of the bedridden individuals, they still have feelings.
Mm-hmm.
They're still in touch with humanity.
Yes.
And I believe that that component would bring some life and joy into the experience. So we have a
Yeah.
transportation system. I have the vehicle. They will come in, and every month the family will agree whether or not it could be an extended program with the entire family there, and we'll bring them to the beach and we allow them to listen to some music, do some
Okay.
art, and receive
I
some
like that part
wellness
because sometimes when
massaging.
you an older person, people have you at home and it's like you're in the same environment all the time and you're a
Yeah.
little going out and seeing the beach, even just driving to the beach, that
Yeah.
alone is therapy
It's
would be
therapy for
therapy for
them.
the person.
Yeah.
So in terms of would you be doing doctor's visits and stuff like that? If the
Yes.
clients, if you have to?
Also, for patients who have to remain at hospitals, I also do that. I would be assigned to whatever hospital that they're attached to, and I sleep with them at night. So all of that is
The
part of the
business name
package.
should be Angel Hands because it sounds like a lot.
No, these are the services we provide.
Yes,
Not
yeah.
everybody wants that, but these
Yes.
are all the services that are incorporated into it. So let's go back to the childcare.
Yes.
Because I did not give you that the childcare also have, after nanny duties, we have the wellness component. I have observed that the children love the meditation and the wellness practice. So I look forward to touching the niche market with pregnant mothers, postpartum mothers, and just mothers in general. When you have your kids, you can sign them up to the program and they can receive massages and also learn the basic principles of mindfulness and meditation, which can really help them with their cognition and strengthen.
Yeah, let's just step back a little bit. When you
Okay.
mean massages, what kind of massages are
Oh,
you referring to?
it's simple touch therapy. We're not going into the deep tissue massages and stuff. Just simple touch therapy. We have first package, which is the head and the neck massages. Then we have the arms and the hands, and then we have the feet and the leg. These
Okay.
are the free core places.
Nice.
that we do gentle circulation,
Sure.
because in the body we have the meridian systems. This is the energy points of the body, and we have a lot of stuck energy in us. And every day it's good for us to regulate that so that the energy could be in motion. And I believe that when we start with the children, we have created pathways in their brain that they understand the necessity of this, and they put it into their life, which would allow them to become more balanced and whole as
So
individuals.
we'll go into commercial and then we'll get more. It's so interesting. I feel I'm going over my time today because I'm deep into this. It's so interesting. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Sharmark Awakens. This evening we have Mrs. Regis here with us, a spiritual life coach. I think it's very interesting. So in case you want to dive into it, if you missed this episode, you need to catch it on Sunday. Mrs. Regis, welcome back. How are you?
Welcome.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I love your colors. I think
Thank
it's very
you.
spiritual. It's very life coaching and everything.
very African.
Yes. Oh, I love it. So tell us, in case somebody's viewing and they're interested in the packages,
Okay.
how do they make contact of you? Where do they go? Do you have it's on Instagram?
Okay.
Give us some of that information.
Well, I can give my number out.
Not a problem.
I don't know if it's on the screen already, but
Yes.
it's 7170028. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at KGR Body, Soul, and Mind Service.
Nice. Let's go back to energy.
Yes.
Sometimes I do a little research on energies and stuff like that, and then talk about different energies and stuff like that. But when you're dealing with all these energies, that's a lot of energies to take in as the spiritual life coach. What do you do to protect yourself from all those different energies?
I do spiritual baths.
Ah, okay.
Part of my program, we have a walk with me program every weekend, Saturdays and Sundays, from 6 to 7, 7 to 8, or 8 to 9. And I have to do my own personal cleansing.
Yes,
And
I
so,
would believe so.
yeah.
Because I think, remember growing up, like they used to say, Mali, the old people used to forte. And after they forte, they do a rituals with their hands because they take all that energy from that individual.
Yeah.
And then if you don't, I think, shake it off or whatever they used to do, I think that energy can just pass on to you. Not in a negative light, but you might just feel your body heavy
Yeah.
and you might just feel restless and stuff like that. And I think and the energy is a very serious thing. Even your home,
Yeah.
when I think so many different people come in and sometimes you have a negative energy. From the time they walk in, they might not say it and they just release that and then they leave and you feel your environment is different.
Sure.
Yes.
So do you get goosebumps when you feel that?
Sometimes, because even for me as an individual, I go on energy. Some people I'm not, I would say hi, hello, but I'm not into you because I figure sometimes I can tell if somebody don't like me.
Oh, okay.
You can tell if somebody's pretending because to me,
your
I pay
intuition.
attention for body language. It's very important because sometimes people speak and the body language just says a
Everything.
lot. And then as human beings, I think we need to pay attention to that. Even as customer, you have a store, when people walk into the fabric store, you can tell that customer is very particular. So you need to give them time to process
Sure.
the stuff before you go and even say good afternoon because sometimes they think that you're irritating them. Yeah. So where would you like to see your business in the next couple of years?
Well, with my new package, I would like this business to be the best intimate package on island.
Okay.
As I said, I would like to morph the business into the second arm, which is the intimate breakfast package. And my niche market would be a visitor package, people from the cruise ship. as
Sorry
well-
for cutting you short a bit. What's an intimate breakfast package? You serving hot dogs and scrambled eggs? What is it?
No, well, the intimate breakfast package will include a booth, a tent for you. You will be served local breakfast as well as live jazz music, a wellness package. You have a choice if you want a full
So is that an
massage.
event?
Well, it's your own personal event.
Also, you can do it at the person
you-
home?
No, we book at parks and the beach because it has to be in a natural ambience
Oh, okay.
to attract the energy.
So it's
that
for
we
a
want.
one-on-one for or
Well,
couple?
you can have a gentleman's package. You can have the guys. You can book me, and I will create the ambience for you and set up. We do jazz. I will have my art display and craft. And you can draw, you can paint, you can receive your massages. You'll be served, and you will receive vouchers as well as gift packages.
Yeah.
So you just pay for an
What
entire
I think
package.
the breakfast package,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
sounds very interesting. It
Yeah.
sounds very relaxing for those persons who work all the time and they don't take time off for themselves.
True.
So I think after having this breakfast package, it's almost like you'd reconnect with yourself.
Yeah.
And I can imagine a package on the beach. I think, what? How long is the package?
Well, it's for 3 hours. You pay for 3 hours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Would you like to give us an idea of price?
I would prefer my
When the
clients will
clients
call,
call?
but if
Okay.
you just want a 60 US is the package.
Okay, not
Yeah,
bad,
it's
not
not
bad.
that bad
Yes,
at
yeah.
all.
For
Yeah.
the amount of stuff you said there, it's not bad at all. Yeah,
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 60 US for the
yeah, yeah.
package for
And
three
sometimes
hours.
the package would um varies. It
Mhm.
depends on maybe the client might want more
Or less,
or
yeah.
less.
So it
Yes,
varies.
it varies.
But there's a
Okay.
standard price for locals and for guests.
And for guests. Okay. So the fact that you said guests, is it something that you sell in those packages to the hotels also?
Yes, for the cruise liners and for my taxi drivers that has partnerships in various hotels. So they will serve me with my guests.
Look like you thought of this thing long and
Yes,
hard.
I did. It was my passion project.
Because you look like you have everything well. After you have the packages, you have everything well packaged
Yes.
and put together. So it doesn't sound like an overnight
I know.
idea.
You see, the thing, Shamak, is I am a servant of love. And I love to
Say that
bring,
again.
I am a servant of
I
love.
love that. How long are you married for?
For about 2 years.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Thank
Congratulations.
you
You know,
so
the way you say
much.
servant of love is because it
Yeah.
just sounds so passionate and it sounds so real because
Yeah.
love in itself, sometimes people use the word and then we don't exercise it.
Okay,
Yes, yeah.
you're right. But
Yeah.
I've always been someone who loved love, and my package is Blossom with me. So I would like persons to come and start preparing for January so you can have your breakfast packages. Valentine's is around the corner.
Corner.
So your birthdays, anniversaries, and just because of
Yeah.
love, just because you want to spoil yourself,
Yeah. I
bring
think
your
the
lover.
breakfast package sound like it look nice for people that are about to get married and after they get married to just connect them on a different
Okay.
level. I think the
Yes.
packages would really it
So
sounds like
fun.
something where people have to take time off to connect
Yeah.
and just relax and
Yes.
breathe in the nice fresh air on the beach.
Yes.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yes. Yeah.
So when you have the package, let's say the breakfast package or any of the packages, in the consultation, you would take notes and then you'd know how to prepare that package to tailor it for each client.
Yes, each person will inform me as to what would they expect in the package, and I will deliver. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sanisha, before we wrap up, we're going to get a few words from Mrs. Regis here. This was very interesting as a spiritual life coach. Her number is at the bottom of the screen, so you can call her if you need some more information because it might be personal. So call Mrs. Regis, and she would have all the information for you. And I think, congratulations. I think it's a beautiful business idea.
Thank you, Sharma.
And I would love to see you again on the Sharmark show.
Oh.
So, what do you have anything to say for the viewers before we leave in terms of your packages and in terms of just the whole spiritual life coach aspect?
Okay, on spiritual life coaching, I would like to leave with the presence that my gift is a tool to you. Look at it as someone coming into your life to bring structure and discipline so that the version of the person that you always desire to be, you can achieve it with my life coaching skills. As it relates to my intimate breakfast package and home care packages, my desire is for St. Lucian families and individuals to be served with love. And I pray that Blossom in the arts, jazz, and craft would be something that would create the atmosphere of love and of affection among lovers, family members, and this would be the new brand that everybody would recognize how wellness is important in our daily lives.
Thank you so much.
You know?
Sanisha, you heard it from Miss Regis. Wellness is important. And for 2026, our New Year resolution should be wellness. And thank you so much for viewing. I'm your host, Sharmark Awakens. Good
Thanks for
evening.
having me.
Wardrobe sponsored by Charmaine Freeman Designs.